think you guys have this story that not everybody knows. Drinking water. Where do we get that from?
You can lead a horse to water, but you can't force the horse to drink it. My dad can take us to all these things, but if we don't want to do it ourselves, then there's really no point in us going. It's like we gotta want to do it. We gotta want to go out of our way to do it.
We gotta want to drink the water.
Gotta want to drink the water. Morning, fellas. Welcome to the Drink Water Podcast, Drinking Water.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Drinking Water Podcast. I'm your host, Tommie Dorsey. We got Khalil and Tommie Dorsey, the third here. Such an honor. Taking this time, I want to give you guys your flowers. I want to let you know that I'm proud of you. Part of me, the reason why I'm doing this is I want to get your journeys. I think you guys have this story that not everybody knows. And that just comes from all your struggles, especially you, Tommie. You had your struggles, and I know Khalil had his separate struggles. So first, let's go on drinking water. Where do we get that from? Why did we come up with that? Remember?
What do you mean why we come up? Didn't you get it from somewhere?
Yeah, we
Do you remember?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean-
I don't know where you got it from, but I know like the meaning behind it.
Go ahead. Give me
I mean-
something.
So
What
it's
you
like
got?
you can lead a horse to water, but you can't force the horse to drink it. And it's just talking about like my dad can take us to all these things, but if we don't want to do it ourselves, then there's really no point in us going. It's like we gotta want to do it. We gotta want to go out of our way to do it.
We gotta want to drink the water.
Gotta want to drink the water.
Drink the water. So every time we had like we did something extra, we hustled to do something. I was like, you would always call it drinking water, man. It was
Drinking water.
Drinking
So when
water.
we saw somebody running, what do we take? What do we say to each
Oh,
other?
he drinking
You
water.
drinking water.
Yeah.
When somebody's working,
drinking
drinking water.
hustling.
When somebody's sleeping,
What
Oh,
you talking
drinking
about,
water.
drinking
They
water?
broke.
Nah, they drinking water.
Nah, man, you on that?
They drinking
ET.
water?
Sleep is for broke people.
no, that was 50 Cent, wasn't it?
Yeah. He said
Well, I heard it off
He
ET,
said, yeah,
though.
we all heard it off.
I
ET.
thought 50 Cent. I think 50 Cent got it from Oprah or something like that.
Hey, it's passed around, but
It's passed around.
Used.
It's a good quote.
Yeah.
So I think we've had a lot of conversations because we talk all the time. Let's start off with what got you. Okay, so you guys are co-founder of Through the Pain,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mhm.
So what got you to Through the Pain? I want to start from middle school,
Oh,
from the drive, from what got you here,
yeah.
because all that's part of your Through the Pain.
Yeah.
So what got you there? Like, what got you? What made the change?
No, he's saying all that's part of like our through the pain journey, but we didn't know.
Like, you didn't know that.
A lot of it.
Are you talking about like the clothing part? Are you talking about the
I'm talking
clothing?
about the-
the
Okay,
story.
I'm just asking if you
The
guys talking
story
about
behind
that's
Through the
what
Pain
that's
and-
what I'm
Talk about
thinking.
the story, big guy.
Big guy, look at it. He's getting real
Come on,
serious.
let's write
Wait,
about the story.
Wait,
big guy.
is it the
Stop
clothing?
looking this way. The camera that way, man.
We don't gotta
But-
look at the camera.
Yeah,
This is us.
between us. Come on, man.
Go take a nap, Orange.
Someone got to zoom into his hairline, man.
Okay, so let's get back. We digress. Let's
What
get
you
back.
talking about
Get back on
digress?
topic. So, talking from when you started taking sports serious, and for me, I thought I saw it in middle school when you guys start taking sports real
You said
serious.
middle school?
Nah.
Nah? When was
Not
it?
even
Definitely, it
close.
was probably like it was for
Like-
me. It was when Tommie started because he was training with like you would train with like Samaje and them, or not Sam. Was it Samaje and them? It was like Levante. Remember Levante and them? I don't know if it was
Yeah.
like my freshman year or
Yeah.
if it was my 8th grade year in high school.
I mean, so
I think it was freshman year.
You thought it was freshman?
Freshman year. of
freshman
high school?
year of high school is when we took it serious.
Yeah.
That
Not
middle school-
not basketball. Because remember, you guys did travel ball.
So even
Having
when we were
fun, man.
yeah,
Oh, were you?
even
Yeah.
when we were doing that, it was just fun.
Is this all about fun?
Yeah, because I mean, like we had competition. I mean, we wanted to get better, but we didn't know what we could do. Like
Yeah.
we were just out there playing, and I mean, you will see it in the like in most of the videos that you have. Like there's certain things where it was just like, yeah, we don't know what we're doing. And we didn't know like if we did certain things over and over again that this is what we'll get better at.
Yeah.
We were focused, or I was focused at least on, especially with basketball, just trying to do the fancy stuff and just not stick to just playing. Like the
Yeah.
game, especially when you get older, you start to run the 5-on-5s and they get
Yeah.
competitive. Like it slows down for you so much because you're just older. You got better speed, all that stuff. But
Yeah.
now in high school is when it really changed. Like what really changed for me was in high school, because middle school it was all
It's all about fun.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean you even saw it from Khalil. You even saw he had things in him that he didn't really know he had. He was just doing it.
Yeah.
I was
yeah.
like, and that was same for me with the long distance, whether it was the long distance running,
Yeah.
or whether it was just because a bunch of it was just sticking and
So
like
what was that drinking water moment? What was that?
not quitting. Yeah, definitely. Because
Okay.
I think like when we started something and you forced us like, nah, you're finishing
Yeah.
out that season,
Yeah.
even though we didn't want to do it. Like
At all.
the track season, always
Yeah.
when it came to the track season, you guys pushed us into the middle school track. Like you guys always
No,
put.
no, no.
Oh,
I
you
was
wanted
cool.
to do it.
I was cool with it. Yeah.
Oh no, it's okay. So mom forced me to do it. I was like,
Oh,
but
we forced you to do
but
it.
yeah. So I was like, nah, I don't want to. But it was the not quitting part that
Got
really,
you. Got you.
that really was the one that changed for me at least.
Yeah, I remember that. But so that was a pivotal moment. That was a drinking water moment
There was
at
no
that
like.
stage.
There was no like specific.
No.
For in middle school there wasn't.
Okay.
But
But I'm talking about for you to get to freshman, and then when did you start the dedication? When did you start going, okay, I need to do more?
I mean, there was a lot I took after the guys in front of me as far as my freshman year. Like there was a lot of there.
And to let you guys know, they both went to Colony High School. So
Yeah,
they're from Ontario, went to Colony High School. CIF championship team.
yeah. So I mean, yeah.
You said it like that.
championship team. Yeah, man. So I mean, there wasn't anything specific. It was just a lot of like I don't know how to explain. Like it was just constant work.
So when you look back, so what about you, Khalil? What was your drinking water moment?
I mean, I don't think I had I don't think I had a moment. I just remember freshman year, Tommie would drag me out. Well, I wouldn't say drag me out. I was already up. Tommie would, we would go to the field. We would meet Levante at the field right before we had workouts. Like we would work out, then we would work out with the team, and then whatever we didn't like finish, we might do depending on how hard the practice was.
Yeah.
So it's like I
Who was
feel like
Levante?
He was the DB. He was number one, I think, that year. My sophomore year,
Okay.
he was number one,
Okay.
I think.
So you always wanted to be a receiver.
Not exactly, because I started out playing both ways. I mean, if I stuck with safety, I don't know.
You played defense.
You played corner.
Remember freshman year,
I don't remember that.
I was getting like, I don't know. I wasn't so like one thing for sure though. I wasn't very like the coachable part. I was finding out like there were things that like I was learning from other coaches outside of those practices
Yeah.
that I thought worked better.
Yeah.
But like I was so stuck in like what they're teaching me is better than what that coach was teaching me.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's not what it was about. It was about just listening, taking it in, all right, doing it on the field, and then in the game, just kind of like But I was never told that. I was just told, hey, you should do it this way. I'm like, I mean, coach, it's not working. Like I'm not getting out my breaks fast. And whatever it was, I wasn't doing it correctly. But I mean, it was a different experience because we had different experiences like freshman and sophomore. But yeah, it was basically just looking up to, others and wanting to like get to those levels.
Yeah.
Because there were always levels to what we were doing. There was always levels to what we were doing. So, I mean, I thought like I was a hard worker and I was but there was someone in front of me, like that was doing it way more, way better. He had a different drive. Like it was crazy.
So seeing that, did that drive you?
Yeah, for sure did. Because I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't even know how to.
Because everything is 2020. We're looking back. Vision is 2020. So, it just trying to figure out, okay, sometimes you got to look back and see what's that drinking water moment? You got to see, man,
Yeah.
what made me do this? What made me go through all this that I'm going through?
Yeah.
You know,
It was mainly, but it was also like basketball too.
yeah, I know
It
you.
wasn't
Yeah,
just
man.
well, because my
Dog.
freshman year,
You love basketball.
but my freshman year of basketball, I was actually pretty decent. Like
Nah, you don't just you were good.
yeah, like
Yeah, you
my
were good.
freshman year of basketball, I wasn't a scrub.
You
I was
wasn't a
like
scrub in any of those years.
I was like, I mean, not
I got you.
yeah. So it was just like I took that like super serious, but that politics happen and it's
Yeah,
stuff I can't
Nah,
control. I was
nah.
like, and I realized that sometimes God puts us through things that he'll have us go through like a little bit later,
Gotcha.
because I mean I dealt with it in college too, so
Yeah,
I knew
yeah.
I
We're gonna
didn't
get to
know.
college.
Huh?
We're gonna get there.
Oh no, I know, but I'm just saying like
Yeah.
the same experiences happened twice,
Yeah,
and it was like dang, like I didn't know like how to deal with it because I didn't know that happened. Like just
Yeah.
didn't know it was gonna translate, so I
Gotcha.
didn't handle it any certain way. I just took it. I was like, okay.
So for you, Khalil, what did, any moments, anything that got you going? Okay, I need to do this better. I need to start training in here. Because I think you guys have this story that not everybody knows. Drinking water. Where do we get that from?
You can lead a horse to water, but you can't force the horse to drink it. My dad can take us to all these things, but if we don't want to do it ourselves, then there's really no point in us going. It's like we got to want to do it. We got to want to go out of our way to do it.
We gotta want to drink the water.
Gotta want to drink the water. Morning, fellas. Welcome to the Drink Water Podcast. Drinking water.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Drinking Water Podcast. I'm your host, Tommie Dorsey. We got Khalil and Tommie Dorsey, the third here. Such an honor. Taking this time, I want to give you guys your flowers. I want to let you know that I'm proud of you. Part of me, the reason why I'm doing this is I want to get your journeys. I think you guys have this story that not everybody knows, and that just comes from all your struggles, especially you, Tommie. You had your struggles, and I know Khalil had his separate struggles. So first, let's go on drinking water. Where do we get that from? Why did we come up with that? Remember?
What do you mean why we come up? Didn't you get it from somewhere?
Yeah, we
Do,
got
do you remember?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
I don't
mean-
know where you got it from, but I know like the meaning behind it.
Go ahead. Give me
I mean-
something.
So
What
it's
you
like
got?
you can lead a horse to water, but you can't force the horse to drink it. And it's just talking about like my dad can take us to all these things, but if we don't want to do it ourselves, then there's really no point in us going. It's like we got to want to do it. We got to want to go out of our way to do it.
We gotta want to drink the water.
Gotta want to drink the water.
Drink the water. So every time we had like we did something extra, we hustled to do something. I was like, you would always call it drinking water, man. It was
Drinking water.
Drink
So when
water.
we saw somebody running, what do we take? What do we say to each
he
other?
drinking
You
water.
drinking water.
Yeah.
When somebody's working,
drinking water.
drinking water.
Hustling.
When somebody's sleeping,
What you
Oh,
talking
drinking
about?
water.
Drinking
They
water?
broke.
Nah, they drinking water.
Nah, man, you on that?
They drinking
ET.
water?
Sleep is for broke people.
no, that was 50 Cent, wasn't it?
Yeah. They said
Well, I heard it off
He
ET,
said,
yeah.
we all heard it off.
I thought 50 Cent, and I think 50 Cent got it from Oprah or something like that.
Hey, it's passed around, but
It's passed around.
Used.
It's a good quote.
Yeah.
So I think we've had a lot of conversations because we talk all the time. Let's start off with what got you. Okay, so you guys are co-founder of Through the Pain,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mhm.
So what got you to Through the Pain? I want to start from middle school,
Oh,
from the drive, from what got you here.
yeah.
Cause all that's part of your Through the Pain.
Yeah.
So what got you there? Like what made the change?
No, he's saying all that's part of like our through the pain journey, but we didn't know.
Like you didn't know that.
A lot of it.
Are you talking about like the clothing part? Are you talking about the
I'm talking
clothing?
about the
Okay,
story.
I'm just asking if you
the
guys
story
talking about
behind
that's
Through the
what
Pain
that's what
and-
I'm
Talk about
thinking.
the story, big guy.
Big guy, look at it. He's getting
Come
real
on,
serious.
let's talk
Wait,
about the story.
wait,
big guy.
is it the
Stop
clothing?
looking this way. The camera that way, man.
We don't gotta
But-
look at the camera.
Yeah,
we got,
this is
this is
conversation
us.
between Come on, man.
Go take a nap, Orange.
Someone got to zoom into his hairline, man.
Okay, so let's get back. Let's get back. We digress. Let's
What
get
are you
back.
talking about
Get back on
digress?
topic. So, talking from when you started taking sports serious, and for me, I thought I saw it in middle school when you guys start taking sports real
You said
serious.
middle school?
Nah.
Nah? When was
Not
it?
even
Definitely. It
close.
was probably like, it was for me. It was when Tommie started because he was training with like, you would train with like Samaje and them, or not Sam. Was it Samaje and them? It was like Levante. Remember Levante and them? I don't know if it was
Yeah.
like my freshman year or if it
Yeah.
was my 8th grade year in high school.
I mean, so
I think it was freshman year.
You thought it was freshman?
Freshman year.
freshman
high school?
year of high school is when we took it serious.
Yeah.
That
Not
middle school-
not basketball. Because remember, you guys did travel ball.
So
Just
even when
having
we
fun,
were,
man.
yeah,
Oh, were you?
even
Yeah.
when we were doing that, it was just fun.
It's just all about fun.
Yeah, because I mean, like we had competition. I mean, we wanted to get better, but we didn't know what we could do. Like
Yeah.
we were just out there playing, and I mean, you will see it in the like in most of the videos that you have. Like there's certain things where it was just like, yeah, we don't know what we're doing, and we didn't know like if we did certain things over and over again that this is what we'll get better at.
Yeah.
We were focused, or I was focused at least on, especially with basketball, just trying to do the fancy stuff and just not stick to just playing. Like the
Yeah.
game, especially when you get older, you start to run the 5-on-5s and they get
Yeah.
competitive. Like it slows down for you so much because you're just older. You gotta better speed, all that stuff. But
Yeah.
now in high school is when it really changed. Like what really changed for me was in high school, because middle school it was all
It's all about fun.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, you even saw it from Khalil. You even saw he had things in him that he didn't really know he had. He was just doing it.
Yeah.
I was
yeah.
like, and that was same for me with the long distance, whether it was the long distance running,
Yeah.
or whether it was just because a bunch of it was just sticking and
So what was that drinking water moment? What was that?
not quitting. Yeah, definitely. Because
Okay.
I think like when we started something and you forced us like, nah, you're
Yeah.
finishing out that season,
Yeah.
even though we didn't want to do it. Like
At all.
the track season, always
Yeah.
when it came to the track season, you guys push us into the middle school track. Like you guys always
No,
put.
I was.
Oh,
I
you
was
wanted to
cool.
do it.
I was cool with it. Yeah.
Oh no, it's okay. So mom forced me to do it. I was like,
Oh, we forced you to do
but
it.
yeah. So I was like, nah, I don't want to. But it was the not quitting part that
Got
really,
you. Got you.
that really was the one that changed for me at least.
Yeah, I remember that. But so that was a pivotal moment. That was a drinking water moment
There was
at
no
that
like,
stage.
there was no like specific.
No.
For in middle school there was. Wasn't.
Okay.
But
But I'm talking about for you to get to freshman, and then when did you start the dedication? When did you start going, okay, I need to do more?
I mean, there was a lot I took after the guys in front of me as far as my freshman year. Like there was a lot of
And to let you guys know, they both went to Colony High School. So
yeah.
they're from Ontario, went to Colony High School, CIF championship team.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah.
You said it like that.
CIF championship team. Yeah, man. So I mean, there wasn't anything specific. It was just a lot of like I don't know how to explain. Like it was just constant work.
So when you look back, so what about you, Khalil? What was your drinking water moment?
I mean, I don't think I had a moment. I just remember freshman year, Tommie would drag me out of. Well, I wouldn't say drag me out. I was already up. Tommie would. We would go to the field. We would meet Levante at the field right before we had workouts. Like we would work out, then we would work out with the team, and then whatever we didn't like finish, we might do depending on how hard the practice was.
Yeah.
So it's like I feel
Who's
like
Levante?
He was the DB. He was number one, I think, that year. My sophomore year,
Okay.
he was number one,
Okay.
I think.
So you always wanted to be a receiver.
Not exactly, because I started out playing both ways. I mean, if I stuck with safety, I don't know.
you played defense.
Play corner.
Remember freshman year?
I don't remember that.
I was getting like, I don't know. I wasn't so like one thing for sure though. I wasn't very like the coachable part. I was finding out like there were things that like I was learning from other coaches outside of those practices
Yeah.
that I thought worked better.
Yeah.
But like I was so stuck in like what they're teaching me is better than what that coach was teaching me.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's not what it was about. It was about just listening, taking it in. All right, doing it on the field, and then in the game, just kind of like But I was never told that. I was just told, hey, you should do it this way. I'm like, I mean, coach, it's not working. Like I'm not getting out my breaks fast. And whatever it was, I wasn't doing it correctly. But I mean, it was a different experience because we had different experiences like freshman and sophomore. But yeah, it was basically just looking up to, others and wanting to like get to those levels.
Yeah.
Because there were always levels to what we were doing. There was always levels to what we were doing. So, I mean, I thought like I was a hard worker and I was but there was someone in front of me, like that was doing it way more, way better. He had a different drive. Like it was crazy.
So seeing that, did that drive you?
Yeah, for sure did. Because I mean, I don't know. I don't even know how to.
Because everything is 2020. We're looking back. Vision is 2020. So, it just trying to figure out, okay, sometimes you got to look back and see what's that drinking water moment. You got to see, man, what made me do this? What made me go through all this that I'm going through?
Yeah. It was mainly, but it was also like basketball too.
Yeah, I know you.
It wasn't just because my freshman year,
you love basketball.
But my freshman year of basketball, I was actually pretty decent. Like
you don't just you were good.
Yeah, like my freshman year of basketball, I wasn't a scrub.
I wasn't a scrub in any of those years.
I was like, I mean, not.
I got you.
Yeah, so it was just like I took that like super serious, but that it's politics happen. It's stuff I can't control. I was like, and I realized that sometimes God puts us through things that he'll have us go through like a little bit later. Because I mean I dealt with it in college too, so I knew I didn't
get to college,
huh?
We gonna get there.
Oh no, I know, but I'm just saying like the same experiences happened twice.
Yeah,
and it was like, dang, like I didn't know like how to deal with it because I didn't know that happened. Like just didn't know it was gonna translate, so I didn't handle it any certain way. I just took it. I was like, okay.
So for you, Khalil, what any moments, anything that got you going? Okay, I need to do this better. I need to start training in here, because I know you like track.
I mean, it was cool. I just like to be the fastest person. That's it.
Okay.
But I didn't like the whole workouts. I didn't like none of that because this dude said 450s every Monday. Every Monday we would show up, this man would say, all right, 450s.
Wait, isn't the 450s is 50 yards 4 times?
No, Dad.
No, it's 450 meters.
Huh?
450 meters.
450 meters?
That's a lap and 50. No.
And 50 meters. I was going to say a half.
Yeah,
I was going to say lap and a half.
It's a lap and 50 meters.
Okay.
And it's horrible.
Is it?
Yeah, you got to run it at a certain time, have a certain amount of rest, and then, like, if you don't make the time, he makes you do it again.
Oh, man. That sounds easy.
Nah, not the amount of times we did it. We did it like
a man
6.
whose knees hurt when he stands up.
Yeah, man.
He was just talking about it yesterday. I don't know if I could do that dance move.
You just
I might
took
not
the
get
stairs and you said my knees hurt.
No, I didn't.
Okay, yeah. Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Okay, sorry.
But I probably went,
You did. When you got to the top.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you could be right. So, okay, so now you guys are in high school. You got your freshman year. Did you guys make any goals your freshman year in high school? What was it? I know you came in after Tommie.
Mm-hmm.
So now you come into a high school where you're the little brother, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and then Tommie's kind of, freshman, doing your thing.
Yeah.
So how was that?
I just remember having Lyman cleats and bulky pads, the knee pads that covered my shins and the thigh guards that covered my whole leg.
Dude, you were a $120 wet.
I don't even know if he was a buck.
Dude, he was a $120.
Yeah, it was bad. They had me at running back. I didn't like to get hit. They had me play safety. I was cool at safety. I was cool.
That was a high pitch right there. You heard that?
It was,
Yeah, because he didn't like hitting. He didn't like the contact part.
I didn't like hitting at the time.
No. Nah, you did all right. You did good freshman year though.
Yeah, I did good. It wasn't nothing crazy.
I remember you at receiver, and that's it.
I was that was sophomore year. Sophomore year I was at receiver.
He came in one time for the big one play. Khalil caught a 5-yard
Caught a hitch, and I low key fumbled it.
Dude,
Not gonna lie, I caught it, and then I got smacked. But like, if the ball dropped to my legs, and I just grabbed it and gave it to the ref. But everybody was so hyped, and I was like, "Dog, my head's still ringing."
Because we were, I think, I want to say Kyle was out. I think Kyle was out, and
you talking about
it was
varsity?
It was on varsity.
I was hyped.
Dude, his sophomore year, all his friends on the sideline were like, "Yo," because he had a little group with him.
It was me, Bugs. I don't know if Josh was there yet.
I don't know
Josh
either.
was there,
So
but I know it was me, Bugs. I don't know if Fred was there.
No, I don't think Josh moved up.
No, Josh
moved up, but I don't know if it was freshman year or if it was sophomore year.
Sophomore year.
It was your sophomore year.
Sophomore year.
So my junior year.
Yeah.
Because we had a coaching change.
Yeah, I got
Coach Davis just got there and everything.
Yeah.
But
Because you made varsity sophomore year?
I mean, yeah, and I'm not trying to get all technical, but like the freshman year thing,
Freshman year, they
me,
invited you up.
but I wanted to go play basketball.
Big basketball guy.
Remember?
He loved basketball.
Super hooper.
Oh my goodness.
I was in, but like I said,
This
I
dude
was good at my
loved
freshman
basketball.
year.
This dude had 2 tennis shoes, one for practice, one for games.
You helped with that. Thank you. I don't know why you
I had
bagging
no
on that.
choice.
He's not bagging on it. He just remembering the receipts. This man sound hurt.
Nah, I do remember not the very first, but my first pair of like good shoes was the Nike Zooms.
Yeah.
I was like those Nike Zooms. I think LeBron was wearing them a lot. Forgot who was wearing them, but I had them for the Kings, Circle City Kings. Like,
Yeah, I remember that.
I'll have, and those were just game shoes. And then I'll have the practice shoes. But you helped me out with that because you saw I wasn't running through pairs that much after that. I'll have if I saved them.
Yeah, that's
You know what I'm saying?
You weren't running through game shoes that much.
Yeah, because you're like, I'm not having my kid go out there with no.
Yeah, because it was about, for me,
I remember
not
you
this
had
what I
the
told
Adidas shoes for practice, right? The Adidas.
No, they were that was high school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I remember first thing I tell parents, like, hey, get your kids multiple shoes, man. Get them a practice, get them a game, get them shoes, get them like.
You ain't tell us that till what's it called though?
What?
You didn't tell us about that until I was in college. You didn't tell me that until I was in college.
Stop it.
Nah,
Don't
you
say that in
just
high school.
Stop
you
it.
just didn't pay attention.
You didn't listen.
I didn't listen.
No.
You
it
still don't
wasn't-
listen now.
The
What
practice-
you talking about? I got
Listen.
multiple right now.
Practice. He talked about practice stuff because he said it to me.
What,
always
practice
said
and
it.
game?
Yeah, like have your practice cleats, and your game cleats.
Always change up.
That dude got me one pair of shoes, and I had to make it last until half the season, and then he got me another pair of shoes.
Cleats and
Yes,
sports
that's
stuff.
cleats.
Oh, I thought you're saying
They
shoes.
were the Under Armour. They were the Under Armour ones, and then they wore out, and so he got me some more.
I don't remember that.
He lying.
How am I lying?
I mean, not your senior year. Though.
Hey, wait. How do you guys say
That's
it?
my senior year.
Cap?
My senior year, I was wearing the Under
Cap.
Armours. They were the silver and white.
Cap.
Me and Dallas, I think, got the same ones. And
If I had a button, it'd go cap, cap.
matter of fact, is
Cap. You can go ahead and call him. Get him on
I'll
this.
call him on the.
We're going to cap this.
It's
Dude,
not.
you got
It's
something.
not cap.
It is
I think
cap.
the running shoes.
You gonna tell me-
for track? For track, that's different. Because
Dude.
you was like, we gotta get him the best stuff. Because it was after, I think it was my junior year. It was my junior year. I just took fifth in state, and
No,
then
it
going into
wasn't
my
your
senior
junior
year,
year.
you were like, we gotta get him some new shoes.
No, it wasn't
We gotta
your
get
junior
him. We gotta get him some new
That's
shoes.
what
'Cause
he
never
That's
did.
what he said. Though.
Okay,
I don't
but he
remember.
never
this.
did.
I don't remember.
Which
this
is
part.
crazy.
Yeah, you never did anything unless we proved that we like earned it, type thing.
That was for sure though, because my freshman year I was looking.
Oh, you're looking trashy.
Everybody else coming with the back plates out.
Hey, tell me, we had a what's it called? We had hand-me-down girdles from other people, and we would have to hide it from dad. Talking about, we had to hide it from dad.
Khalil would do that. Khalil would be the one to hide it.
everything.
He got me up here because I was doing pretty well, and so he finally got me like a girdle. And then I would wear.
So what
I
he
wore that
did on
jersey.
your behalf, is
Huh?
that just let him wear what he wants to wear. You see he's playing good. Let him wear what he wants to wear. Leave him alone.
I did
Was
complain about the
junior year
gloves
or
though,
the-
because he had gloves before me.
Because you told me to let him have the gloves.
Nah, not the glove part.
Sir?
No, I was complaining about the glove part because I was
Them
like, hey,
cutters suck.
I was like, hey man, I was
Cutters were
like,
good. What are you talking about?
No, they were horrible for me.
They were the best ones.
for
For
Khalil.
me, but
because
for
it's-
him, he
because it's
liked
small?
them.
Well, nah, he
No,
they
they
was
fit
always
perfect.
Yeah, baby hand.
he was on
Yeah, but they fit perfect.
he was on
What do you mean had? I still have. I don't know what you're talking about.
dude, he was on defense.
Okay,
a
wait,
big
let's get
difference.
back. Let's get back on topic.
Go
So,
ahead.
all right,
You
so
didn't even know who he was talking about.
I do know what
just
we're
going
talking
through
about.
Journey.
Because you sidebarred us. Okay, so you guys are in high school, right? You get to a point to where you're starting to realize you're pretty good at football.
Mhm.
But you still want to do basketball, but you notice that you're having a lot more success in football.
I only noticed that after I got injured in basketball.
Oh, did you?
I got injured. Like I had an outing. Like I remember I told you that.
Uh,
I told you that. I said I always talk about that story. It was
Tell me the story.
it was junior year. Like I'm, once again, just threw me on the JV squad. I was like, all right, I love playing basketball, so I'm gonna try to make the most out of it. But you know how the coach was or whatever. It was, his way or no way, and that's very hard for a player that makes mistakes to, develop or to
Yeah.
do anything right. Especially since he did have already like favorites, like you could tell it was inevitable. But I had an outing, so someone does something, and we had to do suicides, and me and Khalil are last to do the suicides. And he goes, the fastest players on the team want to not run. He's like, y'all doing it again. He's like,
This basketball?
this basketball.
Okay.
So he said, fastest players on the team want to not run. That's BS. You want to do it again. So we line up again, and he's like, you guys can leave if you want. If you guys don't want to be here, like you guys can leave if you want. So we were like, nah, we're not gonna quit. But we had we could have left. We could have walked out and just did football from then on. And then senior year probably did basketball again. But like we would have been done with that season. So, but instead, the next series of 2-on-3s, 2-on-3, 2-on-1. Because it was a fast break drill. The next series we go. What happens? I go up for a rebound and I twist my ankle. And I was like, man, I had an outing, and I was supposed to run track that weekend, like do the 4x1. And I was like, I had an outing. I was like, I could have just walked off, but it wasn't in us to quit. So it was like, I think if I don't know what would have happened if I did that. But I
So
mean,
when you said you had an outing, so you had a way out.
we had a way out of not getting injured, and then me going just to football and track, like that. My junior year, like it was like that's the outing I had. Like I had an out. What's wrong? I don't get it. I had an out. I don't get it. Outing.
Because this man said, you have an outing? Oh, so you have a way out.
Because when somebody says I have an outing,
I had a way
You have
out
an
of
outing.
the,
It was
the
it's a
practice.
way out.
no,
But I didn't
it's
know-
not
I
the
didn't know you
same.
didn't. You said what?
When somebody has an outing,
Out. You had an out. A way
no,
out.
we're outing. We're going out. Where there's an outing, you're doing something.
I mean,
Oh, that's what you took it as?
That's what it.
No, but it was funny because you said it and I was
Because
like,
I was trying to explain. He's trying to say, I got a way out.
okay. So then, yeah, I have a
no,
way
see,
out.
yeah,
I don't
so
know.
it was a
See,
way
but
out.
I
It was a
don't.
way out.
Okay, so I felt like I
So
had
like
a way
I
out.
understood it, but you
Yeah,
said it.
I
I
know,
was
because
like,
that's
I was
what-
trying to hold it in, man. And then you
Dude.
made eye contact, and it was
Dude, I was like, man, what are y'all laughing at? But nah, so I had a way out. It was-
Wait. Okay. Real quick, I'm going to interrupt this
Go ahead.
topic.
Go ahead.
It's funny how we can look at each other and know what we're talking about and laugh and be on the same page. Like last night,
Yeah.
we were on the same page. We didn't say a word. You just went like this,
Certain things.
and we looked at each other.
Yeah. With jokes.
Yeah. Okay. Play. Okay, now let's get back on topic. Okay, so you had a way out, but you didn't take that way out.
Nah, because it wasn't in, like I said, it wasn't in us to quit.
Yeah.
Like, you told us, never.
Just finish the season.
So,
I
yeah.
because
Man,
that
you
was
good.
sophomore year was the year I was like, yeah, I don't know about.
You were done.
I was done, man.
Yeah, I remember that.
I was over it.
Telling you, that it just,
I like
for me, it
I
was a
like
coach.
playing basketball. I mean, I can't shoot to save my life, but it's still fun to
Nah, you were shooting.
have some.
Your
You hit
sophomore.
1-3. You hit 1-3.
Nah, he was
You hit
shooting.
1-3. He hit 1-3 at Chafee.
He was shooting.
I remember that.
Nah, he was. You were balling. I think
I was not shooting, man.
It wasn't balling.
I wouldn't say that.
as
Because
your
in my
freshman
head,
year.
I felt like I was, and I went back to watch some film. Like I don't know where I found the
now,
film. but I
now,
went to
what
watch
I'm
some
saying,
film, and it was
balling
horrible.
score wise, but you were doing your thing, defense, steals. You were doing your thing, and
Yeah, I mean defense steals, yeah, but I wasn't like
That's a-
no point maker.
that's
I wanted
a-
to be a point maker. It's like that's how people.
That's a football player mentality. Defense and steals and all that. Like,
that's true. That's true.
it's football.
That's true.
It's
So,
every football player ever. I could play defense though.
but I can get you on defense. Physical, I'll knock you out. So, all right. So now you're concentrating. But what's funny is, I remember you'll be concentrating on outside of football, on basketball, training basketball. But your sport, best sport is football. But you're still training. This dude right here, he's got to go. I think you did what? Track and football, right? Trainers for track and football, or did we just do track and then worry
I
about
didn't
football?
really have a football coach. We didn't know of any.
I think it was just Urquhart.
Yeah, we
Well,
didn't know of any like specific like if we had DB. It was just like we went to Urquhart to work out,
Yeah,
and
Yeah, he helped us out with a lot.
and
it
then
was-
like Tommy
Yeah.
would just me and Tommy would go to the
so
field.
Urquhart was your first sophomore year, or no,
that
freshman?
was
Huh?
freshman. Yeah, freshman year.
Freshman year. I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that.
And that's why I told you, like, I was getting a lot of stuff from him. And
Yeah,
then the coach was trying to teach me something different. I was like,
I ain't listening to you.
well, it just
and that's
just
how he said it. Yeah.
didn't look like it was working.
In your head though.
No, that's how he said it. That's how he said it.
Because I remember, so we're going to fast forward to now you're a sophomore. No, you're a junior.
Mhm.
Khalil's sophomore. We start getting coaches for Khalil for track.
Mhm.
You're like, I ain't touching it. I don't want. Can I do basketball? So we get you a trainer for basketball. So then Khalil with track. I remember we told you, I don't care what this coach is saying that's training you over here. When you're in his practice, remember your high school coach in his practice, I told you, you need to do what he tells you
Yeah.
all the time.
Well, what was crazy is so he told me that in sophomore year.
Yeah.
Junior year, you notice like, oh, a big difference. Like he notices a big difference. So then I start to like, so the drills that what's his name, Coach Darryl had me doing, and what Sandoval had me doing, some of Sandoval's stuff would counteract. So like I'll kind of tweak it. I'll do the same thing, but I'll tweak it.
Yeah.
And like when he's not looking, because he's not gonna pay attention. He don't gotta pay attention to me no more.
Yeah.
Like I'm doing my thing.
Gotcha.
He don't gotta pay attention to me no more. So I'm over here just like tweaking little things, making it my own.
Making it Darryl.
But like, yeah, but not so much. And then by my senior year,
So by the way, Darryl is his track coach. He hurdles, right? He mainly concentrate on hurdles for you.
concentrates on hurdles, but he's a sprint coach. Like he's everything.
He's
pretty much.
everything.
Like,
Well, he's everything
he's
when
a
it comes to
track guru.
speed.
he's
Yeah.
the track guru. so.
Yes. Yes. So and then Sandoval was a high school coach.
Sandoval was my high school coach. That man was clean. I mean, he got all my basic stuff down and just like pretty much try to coach the game up to
Yeah.
me. Like try to coach the track game up to me.
Yeah.
So it was cool.
Yeah. So then we send you. So I remember we sent you to Powell.
It was Powell first. So
That
it was,
is
it was
right,
Powell
my
first.
bad.
So
Powell first.
sophomore year,
For jumps though.
yeah, sophomore year
you
it
trying
was
to get
jumps.
a jumps
It was
Yeah.
jumps. So sophomore year was jumps.
because you guys were able to focus on both of us because both of us at the time were doing
We're doing jumps. That's right. Oh, you know what? It started with Greg.
With Greg.
Remember Greg taking you to the colony? No, middle school. What's the name of the middle school? Grace
Gracie
Oakley.
Gracie Oakley.
Yeah. Remember he took you to the pit and tried to show you something,
No.
but he got a little bit too big.
No.
He tried to jump. He jumped. He was red, and he jumped, and he only went. But anyway, so you got there. Now there's got to be like I always wonder like where's the switch at? Because because after high school, your mom and I really didn't have to. No, not after high school. Probably after your sophomore year, we didn't really have to tell you guys to go train. We didn't have to tell you to stop eating or to eat or what to eat. It's like you guys just picked it up. And I get parents all the time that ask me, "So what did you do?" I don't know. Like, I know that we talked about it. But I wasn't specific with it, right? I just like, hey, you got to do this. Like, I wasn't really specific. So, where did that come from? The drive to, okay, get up, go to practice when you don't? Because I know right now, if you guys sleep in all day or don't do anything all day, you start to feel guilty.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So, that started somewhere.
Oh no, so it was a reflection of those 6 a.m. summers. Like one summer, we 6 a.m. every day at the gym. Yeah, I don't know if you remember that. It was like every day.
You had us. It was either we were coming with
It was
you,
5 or 6,
or we
I
weren't
forgot.
working out that day.
Yeah, you remember that?
Yeah, I think I remember the gyms, but I don't remember going as much.
It was a summer. It was a whole summer.
Oh,
We
what?
went there every
Yeah,
day
every
for a
summer
whole
until like for a whole summer until like the practices started. Obviously, like we're going past that.
He
But
was teaching us like technique before we actually got in.
who?
He was teaching me technique.
No,
There
but
you go.
remember,
So
he refused.
So that was the
Oh
thing.
yeah,
You
he
remember
did.
that?
But
And
he,
it was just
he
you
did
and I.
come though.
He
was
went,
like, you would come with
So
us.
that's why, but you figured out like, all right, I could just I can bring you somewhere. I'll give you the tools. You don't got to get it from me.
You don't
You
got to
little
drink
horse
my
stole.
water. You could go ahead and drink water
So
somewhere
I
else.
was
As long as you're drinking
doing
water.
Yeah, I was doing the lifting and going to shoot around, whatever it was. I was doing whatever. But nah, it was the consistency with that. Like we would get up every day. Since my senior year I think that was my senior year.
Okay.
And I was like, we were constantly just going
Yeah.
every morning. Even when we did have a second practice later, like we would be up there in the morning doing it. And we would always be first endurance wise.
Yeah.
We would be the most endured and the most like conditioned
Yeah.
when we get there. I don't know. It was pretty much just from the people I was watching.
So so now we're both at your junior, you're senior, your junior season.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, track was last, right?
Yeah, so I went football first.
Football first.
Mhm.
So now you guys are on a team that won CIF. So that journey. So, cause it's funny, man. I've always had this image that you guys was this perfect kid at practice, right? So then I get word from Mr. Munoz. That, Tommie's late all the time.
Yeah.
He doesn't really come in, like he's still getting dressed. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I mean, you guys are in high school, so I didn't say anything to you, did I?
Oh, you would pull up to the practice.
It was only, and that was only the ego thing. It was just a pride ego. I don't know what that was. Like it was an ego thing for sure. Cause
you guys are like the man, kind of.
Yeah, like we knew, like even if we were late, like me and Zach, we would always it would be me and him that show up, but we everybody would get mad, like, oh nice, you know what I'm saying. But it'd be all the dudes that don't play that be talking like the most. I'm like, we still playing? Like we don't. What are y'all gonna say? Like we had no one behind us. We were working the hardest. Like when it came down to it in practices, like we were working the hardest.
Yeah.
And I mean, shoot, I was always questioned of effort and things like that. Even after constantly doing, work after work, constantly.
Because you guys, they didn't know that you guys was doing double practice. They didn't know that.
But it wasn't about that. It was just like you didn't realize what the world was actually like until you got things like that. And it's like people just gonna hate just cause. Like they ain't got no.
Wait, bro, you showed up late to practice.
No, not the late part.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
about.
That's what we was on though. That's what I'm on. Yeah.
I mean, no. Okay, then I take back my words. It wasn't about the lateness part.
But you're talking about people were hating on you because
of what?
Nah. We were late. Like I understand why y'all mad because they got to be there. We got to be there. That makes sense. So I'm not talking about that.
Yeah, because you would make your people you train accountable now if one's late or stuff like that.
Yeah, of course. Like I'm always on them about like, come on,
no
man.
matter the level, right?
But yeah, no matter the level. But it's always the effort part. Like, if you're going to show up late, be jogging. Don't walk. Like, that's my thing because we can't control – sometimes we can't control certain parents. Like, I got one kid on Fridays, shows up late every day, and I know he is. But he'll come in and he'll walk into the gym. I'm like, no. I was like, come over here real quick. And I had to talk to him. I'm like, hey, man, what I ask you to do when you come in late? If you come in late, what are you supposed to do? Run? Like, he's giving me like that. Like, yeah, so hustle up. You late. Like,
Hey,
make
did he
it
roll
a-
his eyes?
No, nah, he didn't do all that. He said just make it an effort.
Got you. Did you go late? Did you come late
For what?
to practice?
No, why?
Oh, okay. What do you mean? No, why?
My junior year, they didn't like beforehand. They didn't know what I could do. It was like
Oh,
not
that is
until
right.
like
They didn't-
mid-season when they're like, "All right, you got to pick every game. You can do whatever you want." But I wasn't showing up late to practice.
Yeah.
If I did show up late, it was because like I had to talk to a teacher
Got you.
about my grades.
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
pretty much it.
Yeah.
Speaking of grades,
What about it?
hey, you remember when you had to sit out a game?
I don't think I
That
had
wasn't because of a game. It wasn't because of a grade.
You had to sit out a game.
I didn't have to sit out. I had to sit out
Basketball.
practice. I had to sit out
Basketball. I set you down.
basketball. Was it grades?
It was. Remember, you had that
Sophomore?
attitude with that kid teacher or something like that. You were getting a bad grade.
I don't remember the attitude part. I think the bad grade part. I remember that because I think my sophomore year I tried to take honors English, and by the way, they had us do stuff that I never touched in college. I'm gonna just keep it real. Like they annotating
Oh,
a
my
book.
goodness. Oh my goodness.
I just want to put that out there.
This-
Annotating a book is
Oh.
not relevant in college.
It's not relevant in
But
college.
What are you
we
talking
did
about?
we had one teacher.
You said annotate the book. Isn't that where you just write about the book, like, and then you find like
But
you
the
like
thing was,
highlight
the-
and like make sticky notes and stuff like that?
yeah, that's what the teacher had us do. I never had to turn an assignment in like that.
Oh no, you never had to turn an assignment in, but like when you reading, like you had to find the main points of the thing.
Well,
that's
yeah,
what the-
annotating. So we had the annotated bibliographies. What I'm saying is that you never had to go through the book and highlight and put notes in there.
No, you never had to. No,
So
I'm
that's
just
my
saying,
point.
like you had to.
That's
Find
my
them.
point.
It helps you find the.
But
main
it's a
points, though.
tool.
Yeah,
It's a tool to help
Definitely
you
didn't
later on.
It didn't help me
it didn't help you.
because I went into the articles and pretty much summed up in the
Okay.
annotated bibliographies.
Googled it.
No. In
Tommy,
annotated bibliographies,
It's
all
like
you
the
do.
helmet in the grass.
Listen, no, listen.
It's like the helmet in the
listening, bro.
grass. Okay, so we're on high school. That's senior year, your senior year, right? You guys did win CIF. Now, was there any thought in your mind about, ooh, I want to play after this? Like, did that thought come before your senior year?
Yeah, mine did at least.
So then, when did you start concentrating on the next level?
I mean, I kind of saw. So one big thing for me was we would have games on Friday, but then Saturday mornings there'd be college football on, and
Yeah.
I'd get up like early, watch the college football. There'd even be high school games that would preview on ESPN3, and I would get up and watch them. And you would see some of those players. I'm like, dude, I'm doing this. Like I can.
Yeah.
Like, dang, like I could do that.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm looking at the Army All-American game and stuff like that. I'm like, dude, I for sure can do something like that. But we ain't never took the camps. We never went to the Nike stuff. We never trained for those things.
And we also didn't pass the eye test. I'm not gonna lie.
No.
Definitely didn't pass the eye
Physically,
test.
no.
No, you guys physically no.
It was
Because we
Yeah.
were not like one big thing too. We didn't take weightlifting seriously in high school, like until my senior year at least.
I
My
don't
was
senior,
about to
know.
say senior
I don't
year,
know.
senior
Yeah.
my senior year, I took
Yeah.
it serious. Like we took it. We started.
Junior
I
year was
started
like-
lifting more.
It was cool.
It's also the program, but I think you guys took the training seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like so
So we just weren't physical.
to me that was more important. Like as for the footwork, to me the work ethic part was more important for me as a dad
Mhm.
to instill a work ethic. Like remember I always told you that everything you guys are doing, it's gravy to have to get the scholarship, but what you're gonna learn is the work ethic. And so that was important to me, that you learn the work ethic, that you learn where you're not good at something, that you keep working at and you get better.
Yeah.
That is, I'm gonna bring it back to this, to embrace the struggle part, that you're gonna struggle, but you're gonna get stronger as you struggle, like I really enjoy, and I tell you this all the time, I enjoy you from going from Sandoval, and then we're going from Powell to Sandoval to Darrell. And then when you get to Darrell, that first practice, I remember you look like you never ran hurdles before.
Oh yeah, nah, he had
But
he
dude,
killed me at the beginning, man.
but listen, what
He
I
was the
didn't
warm up. He was
what
like,
I didn't
yeah.
understand though, I'm going, that's little dude. You were fast at that time. The reason why we went to Darrell because your times were like getting really good. And remember,
They were all right. The 300, I was doing good. 300, I was doing good. But the 110s, it was like I was a severe
but we still
progress.
saw something
Yeah.
to make us go. We saw something, right?
Yeah.
Your mom and I saw something. Like, we need Powell taught you guys a bit because Powell, remember, he started getting away from the jumps and started getting into the
Running form,
and all that mechanics. Could you guys use that today?
Yeah.
So that's what I enjoyed. That when he brought in a stumbling block, dude, you were dead that first day.
Stumbling block.
That stumbling block when he brought in something that make you struggle.
Oh yeah.
That stumbling like made you stumble. Now you had to pick yourself up and start all over again. Get back.
Because that man had different hurdle things I ain't never seen in my life. He said, all right, you're gonna stand here. So he brought out one of the boxes. It was like the metal ones that have like a hollow. It's the metal ones.
Yeah.
You stand on that. You're in you like jump over the hurdle in your hurdle stance, like, and I don't know. It was just trying to teach us like, oh, we can start from like basically ground zero.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, it was difficult. We had to jump over the first hurdle and then continue on for the next 9.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was like, what you mean? So I tried it the first one because you remember you said stumbling block. I tried it the first one, and then the next time he had somebody with him. I forgot who it was. I don't think it was JoJo. He just had somebody with him.
Yeah.
And like I was watching him do it, and I was like, oh, so that's how it's done.
Yeah.
So then I started to do it a little bit better, and then we moved on. And then he just made it a little bit more difficult, but technical.
Yeah.
Like, it was really just it was
it's that struggle. So then you going back to you and your journey with so now you've seen it. Because everybody say once you see it, you can't unsee it. So you see it. So now what did you do?
I mean, it wasn't anything I could do as a senior, like to get any more noticed or anything. I mean,
Because you balled out on that All-Star game.
oh yeah.
Oh, I was so mad when you didn't get the player of the game.
I mean, he had a touchdown over me. That was the only reason.
That was the only thing he had. And they kept forcing it to him. No, don't get me wrong. He was good.
Yeah.
He was good. But it seemed like they kept forcing it to you until he got it.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, man, come on. You see all the catches he had?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah,
But
even
anyway.
like the dad was like, "Hey, you should have been MVP."
Yeah.
Like one parent, I don't know who it was.
Yeah.
But I was like, "Oh, really?" Like, I mean, I didn't even know what I was doing, like what I did, or certain times. Most of the time it was like flight or fight. Like, that kicked in a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I mean, yeah, for me, I mean, I don't know. Like it was just like I said, continuously working. Like you're never not trying to get better at something.
Yeah.
Because the progression of like high school until after, like, and even after the injury, like even after that little time, that like set me back as far as numbers, but it didn't set me back. Like it just taught me how to work through something a little bit different.
Yeah.
Because you guys promised I wasn't injured, and it was just a constant. It was a constant fight to try to let y'all know, like, hey, yo, I'm trying to go.
You know, on the
It was
outside,
hard.
and it's like that. It's even like that when we see people in the NBA, professional football. The dudes are injured, and we see them. It's like, man, you ain't injured. Come
You
on.
either injured or you're hurt. But
Yeah.
I'm sitting
but
there.
But remember, we're people sitting in the stands eating hot dogs. You know. So.
But to have my own parents and my mom look at me like, come on, you're not even trying. Like, to have those things happen, like, that's a big difference, man. That's a big difference.
But you weren't injured. But
Huh?
keep on.
See, look. See, and that's why. But I was like, I couldn't do anything. I was hurt. Whatever
Yeah.
happened, it was a freakish accident. Like,
No, it was
It
an
was-
ankle sprain, right?
and someone fell on it. Someone fell on me.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think was it a high ankle sprain?
I don't remember. I know it was like a contusion and like on the bone.
Contusion?
It's
That's
a
talking about a bone bruise.
Yeah, I said contusion on the bone.
It's a contusion.
Contusion's a bruise.
Yeah. I'm just saying it wasn't a sprain then. It was just a contusion on the bone.
I see, and that's the thing. It was
That
the
makes-
sprain went away, like the sprain part, but then it was like the contusion. Every time I walked, every time I was running.
He had pain with it. So
Yeah.
so that year, so
I got you.
but so then you come back.
Dude is
Oh,
always
it
trying
was
to
funny
be
because you
Mr.
said
He was
my
always trying to be Webster.
Because this
Dude,
man
he's
said
trying
my
to be
sprain
Webster.
went away.
Did it not? Did it not? The sprain went away, and then the bruise. It was just bruised. My like the hurt felt like it was just bruised.
We need to just get all the comedy. All the comedy comes on your side.
Dog, I don't understand what's so funny.
It's just
Because
it's
I'm
just-
serious.
it's
I'm,
just-
like I'm being serious. Like
Yeah, I know. That's why
we
it's
know
funny.
that's why it's funny
That's
to
why it's
us.
funny.
because like I said,
Because like you're funny, like the outing, you're funny, dude.
dude, I
and
just,
you don't mean to be. That's good though.
Go ahead, man.
Okay,
But
we
so,
like it.
So like I said, I didn't know I could play certain
Yeah.
levels. I didn't
Yeah.
know that. I didn't know that till I like
Like
challenged.
because even
myself
like
to do it.
you're so you come back from the games. I mean, back from your injury. You had great games. Like you like came back like you didn't miss anything.
Yeah.
I mean, you always drop your first ball, maybe two.
Every
Every
time.
game.
I was confused,
Like,
man.
but I think the coach, if you notice, his first ball would be like a 5-yard out.
It would be it was always a slant. I thought it was always a slant.
I always thought it was a 5 quick. Tommy's gonna drop that one, and the coach knows he's gonna drop it.
And then he's gonna
And then he
all right,
can, yeah.
send him
we
deep.
got him.
Send him deep.
Got him. Because every game,
I think even the CIF game, I had 2 drop passes at the
dude,
beginning.
every game.
I was
dude.
like, what is going on?
And yeah, it was probably the gloves.
But then I did the same in the All-Star game. I had like a drop
You
pass.
had
or
to
2.
drop, man. That's Tommy's good now.
Yeah, it was
I was
just
like, all
one,
right,
and
I'm
you're
good.
like, all right.
Yeah, you're good after that.
I don't know how to explain it.
It
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 happens.
didn't even make any sense though. It was like he wouldn't even get down. He'd just be like, "Yeah, that's my one."
No, he'll grab the ball, be like, oh, like he'll slap the ball.
Yeah, and then like try to like,
Yeah, and slap the ball and
and then give it back
give
to
it back
ref.
to the ref, and then go back. All right, he's good.
Yeah, he just need to, just a little.
Nah, there was some I still think about. I'm like,
Dude, like what?
like the catch, like certain catches. Like
Yeah.
I was like, dang, I wonder if I would have actually like caught this ball or caught that ball, but I don't ever like.
Because there were some great games, man. So let's go to your senior year of football. Like you were raw. You were raw. Like,
You weren't that
huh?
good. What?
He didn't get to see me in person.
He didn't.
Mm-mm.
He didn't
I
get
was
to
in
see.
college.
He was in Iowa at the time.
I'm not your senior. I'm sorry. Your
My
junior
junior year?
Your junior year.
Oh,
when you guys
oh,
are both
yeah.
on the same team and you're just
yeah,
now getting
nah,
a starting position. You were raw. Like
I didn't even.
I don't even know. Like
He didn't take it serious. I'll tell you that. He was just playing.
he was just playing.
All I know is
That's
Coach Higgs told me to watch for the QBs, like what they do, because we was a cover 4 team, so we was never looking at our man.
Okay.
So he just said watch the QB, and so when you start to pick up that read,
Yeah.
you're like, shoot, let's go. And so I mean, I'm fast.
Is that
I'm
that
quick.
was it?
Yeah, I was just fast, and nobody knew I was fast until
Yeah.
after they seen a couple of my games. Oh,
Yeah.
he's quick. We not gonna do that, or maybe we can beat him deep off a
Oh,
double
man.
move. or-
Everybody challenged you, man.
I mean, it was the height.
Everybody challenged
the
you
height.
because this
He-
dude was 5'6".
Remember that? Remember how much fight he had to put up against Riverside Poly? Like the dude tried to like hold him, like he was holding him up, like trying to look tough, and the girl
yeah,
called the
that-
flag.
yeah.
But they would challenge him like that.
Yeah.
Like they would try to like
They're
really
some big dudes though, man.
challenge
I ain't
Oh,
gonna lie.
Riverside Poly is always big, dog.
But
Nah,
they
but
only
it's
had
like-
one dude. They only had one big one like really tall dude.
Yeah.
My senior year too. Wait, no,
We
do we
guys
play him?
I don't think
you guys
so.
played
But
Riverside
I think
Poly.
everybody else was tall. Everybody's tall.
You guys
already.
played what's
West
that-
Covina had a
Bishop-
big receiver.
Bishop Amont.
Bishop Amont. Bishop Amont had some crazy receivers.
Yeah,
Two crazy
Tyler
receivers.
Vaughn and Sidney Jones or something.
Trayvon City.
Trayvon City.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's some 2 crazy receivers. I was like, dang.
So
One of them was injured at the time.
So your junior year, you I just remember being in the stands and watching, and then like you would get a touchdown,
Yeah.
and they'll call him for the interception, and then we would have friends in the stands, and they would look at me, and I'm like, like there's sometimes I would think, all right, man, they're gonna test him. They need to test him.
No, you said that every single time.
Every time, dude. Every
You
time.
say that every
I'm
time.
like,
Every
okay.
time after the game, you would say that.
That quarterback from was it Los Altos tried?
No, it
he
was.
got 4 picks that game.
It was Los Santos.
It was Los. Yeah,
No, it was. Was it called Los Santos?
Oh, yeah, I thought
Yeah,
it was
Los
Los
Altos. No, it wasn't Los Altos. Remember Los Altos is your CIF game.
Yeah, that. No,
Altaloma.
that's- Out there we
Oh,
go.
there you go.
Altaloma.
So Altaloma,
Los
they-
Altos
it was
don't
an Alta
sound. Something.
They had
There's an Alta in there.
they had a dude that number 10 that remember they said he catches every ball.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, so their dude was their guy
Okay.
to them, even though they had a losing season.
Yeah.
He was their guy. So, and I forgot who I was talking to. I found this out, and it might have been you. Didn't you tell me or no?
Mm.
So anyway, their number 10 normally the dude who catches come up with the ball, and they kept on going to him. And I was like, dude, why would you keep going? You know, and I remember too, Pomona challenged you. Pomona, yeah, they got you a few, but then you got them. You know,
Did it? I mean, he had the last laugh.
he had the last laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even though that was scary though, man.
Oh, that was fun.
No, that was scary because he gave up that deep pass at the end.
Oh, yeah.
But
that
he was so fast, he caught up to the dude because he launched it from the opposite side, and Khalil was like following the quarterback, like you said, he was reading the eyes. He didn't see someone. I don't know if he didn't see or he just didn't think the dude
You
would
know
throw
he
it
right
across the
there.
field.
I for sure didn't.
I was like, dude,
For sure didn't. Then the ball started coming. I said, "Oh, great heavens!"
he turned and ran, and I was like, thank goodness he had good tackling for him because if he missed that tackle, man,
it was been done.
yeah. But nah, that was a crazy game because it was so crazy. Coach Davis came down from the thing. He was like, because the head coach on that other team,
Yeah.
was, you know, what I'm saying.
Oh, that was the.
That was Keith, right?
yeah. Nah, he wasn't the head coach at that
Nah,
time. It was a
man.
dude in the lime green. He came in.
He came in onto the field with what's it called, a stereo, and like they were playing their own music, and like he was just talking the most mess, and like
It was a different.
Are
head
you sure it
coach.
wasn't Keith?
nah,
Yeah, the
man,
head
it's
coach-
positive. This
that head
one
coach
one got fired because of some like
He got fired in the season.
because of allegations?
And then Keith took over, right?
Keith took over after
After the allegation.
after that game.
Yeah, after that
like,
game. Yeah,
after-
yeah.
I think like maybe a week or two after
Yeah.
that game.
So, because remember when Leonard said, "Oh yeah, he's too small." And then they said, "Oh, we're gonna get him." Oh, and then Josh, "Oh yeah, we gonna knock him out the game." Remember that? That was their goal, and they couldn't believe how much that we tried to get you out. They said that.
Yeah,
Oh,
man,
they,
they still if you see any of the players, like, because sometimes I'll go to sometimes I'll train at Pomona High School,
yeah,
and like sometimes like the kids will come back, like
Yeah.
stuff like that, and just familiar people or people that were on the team, like the coaches and stuff like that. They'll
Shoot, there's
always
still
bring
parents
up that game,
that bring
man.
up that game.
They still bring it up. I'm like, yeah.
You know what's the most classic game for me though was that what's the coach from? He's from that area, Orange County. Your head coach. He was from that school, purple and black.
You're just naming your Diamond Bar colors right now.
Oh, that's funny because it's purple and gold.
Similar.
Your head
purple.
coach. What's your head coach's?
Randall,
Valencia.
we never played Valencia.
Was it Valencia?
You talking about La Habra?
La Habra. Yes.
The
They
Hubbard
were
was
blue.
Hubbard
and
was
black.
blue.
Oh, dog. It looked like purple.
Nah, they were blue.
I don't
Okay.
think we could beat them.
Huh?
We almost did.
I
Dude,
mean, we almost did the junior year, but
that
our
was
senior year.
No, your senior got smashed.
Senior year, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I got
we only
smacked.
got one
The
touchdown.
one I'm talking about, I'm on the
I mean,
junior
y'all
year. I'm
defense
talking about the junior year, dude. That game was a classic.
That's funny.
If he didn't fumble that ball, though.
Right. I mean, nah. So, but he had a like. A
Oh, he had
crazy
a.
game.
That dude had a tremendous. You guys only was in it because of him,
Yeah.
and then you lost it. Well, it ain't because of him, because
Nah, for
he
sure.
got you all those touchdowns.
Because it was the run game.
dude.
That dude had 400 yards.
Oh,
up
did
the-
he?
Up the middle.
Ah,
Up the middle.
man was going
400
bananas.
yards.
he was going,
man.
but yeah,
That was at least that had to have been a record.
dude.
It was 400 yards. 400 yards.
in the trenches.
Y'all
It was
look at
up
me,
the
yeah,
middle
at
the whole time. Ask Khalil,
Yeah.
like
And then I remember
Khalil had
they
a-
didn't throw to your side.
Khalil had it. They stopped throwing because the
run was doing so good.
Yeah.
our rush,
yeah.
our outside edge rushers.
Yeah.
they were actually getting to the QB.
Oh, okay.
Like I think it was Tyler and Porras or
Yeah.
something. Like they was actually getting to him.
And it,
So they stopped throwing the ball and they just up the middle,
Dude,
up
that
the middle.
just was such a
He was.
classic.
It was just
I had
it was a
a-
pile up, and you see the dude jump over, or the
Yeah.
dude like get out of there,
Yeah.
and then you see Khalil have to go catch up to him. It was like every time.
And
every
then I
time.
remember I had a return on that game too. I
Yep.
did get caught, but shoot, I was tired.
You got caught.
I was tired, man.
He shouldn't have got caught.
Nah, I
was
mean,
tired, man.
shoot, he actually we were
Zigzagging.
surprised that he was there. He was up. Like,
Wait, hey, I was surprised too.
I was like, he came out of it. I was like, oh snap, go!
What?
Khalil. I was
Go.
returning blocking for him.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, oh snap, because Khalil picked it up, and it was
supposed to go to Ryan.
yeah, it was supposed
Oh,
to
was
go
it?
to Ryan,
It
and they
was
kicked
supposed
it
to
to
go to
Khalil.
Ryan.
They kicked it to Khalil
okay.
Yeah, it was like
because I
a-
think Ryan already had a return.
I think he had a
Yeah, he had
return.
a solid return, and then they kicked it to me.
Yeah, yeah.
They done messed up.
yeah.
So we got the classic games. You guys went CIF. Now, you decide what college did you go to?
Cornell,
Cornell?
Yeah.
What made you decide that?
the independence, trying to be independent early.
Okay, Cornell, Iowa, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
not
gotcha.
realizing. I mean, not really realizing. You guys said it was good, cool. Like I could, you guys could afford it.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, cool. Like don't got to worry about nothing right now. Just go to school, play football.
Yeah.
Like that was my thoughts. And the people I met out there, they were great at the time. Like I enjoyed all the people that showed love, and I was like, oh man, that's
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah.
So and I thought like. I could see myself here for, what I'm saying, for a while.
Yeah.
And it was quiet. It was
It was
peaceful.
small.
Small town, really small town.
Small town.
Yeah, it's different out in the Midwest, man. It's different.
It's different.
So, but it was cool.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
nice. But yeah, it was. I don't know how to explain it. It was just, I think, independence.
Independence?
Trying to be, not trying to be, but
Yeah.
I wanted to be.
So what was your mentality when it came to, let's see, academics and sports?
I mean, it was always like, well, I don't think for me, I'm gonna just speak for myself. Like for me, I didn't want to be that kid. Like there were certain
What do you mean?
labels that kids were said like as dummies.
Oh, you didn't want to be the...
So, but no, because it was always a surprise when I was in honors classes. It was always a
Okay.
surprise when
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
doing certain things. I honestly, like, it was just because I was sports. No one in our sport, other than maybe one other dude, and that's because in middle school he was following that trend. Not following, but he was smart. He
Yeah,
took care of
yeah.
his business, whatever he had to do. But yeah, other than one other dude on the football team, no one else was in honors classes like that.
Gotcha.
So I was like, man,
get me out of honors class.
nah. I mean,
So what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to do my work. I'm just going to sit in there and talk, and she's going to have to call my daddy.
no, when did that happen? That did not happen.
Yeah, it did. Remember that? Yeah, it did.
That was sophomore, and that was an honors class, dog.
That was the only honors class you had.
But that was the only honors class you had to visit because, like I
You
said,
only had one.
dog. But no, I had two. I had honors history.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, that teacher was tough. She thought I wasn't gonna make it either, and then I pulled a C and smiled on my way out. I was like, yeah,
Deuces.
exactly. I was like, got a C. I was good.
Oh, man. I remember your Uncle Larry, man. This dude put in your mind, C's get degrees. And I could not get that out of, man, I was so mad. I called him up.
It wasn't in us. No. It wasn't. We took that. Hold on. I'm speaking for myself. I'm gonna speak for myself. It wasn't in me to want to get bad grades because I'm like, man, I need at least a B. Like I was shooting for B's. If I could get an A, I'll get an A. If C's is the best I could do, man, why not?
Dude, you used to tell me, and I used to get so mad, and I had to call your Uncle Larry. I said, dude, don't ever tell my kids that.
Bro, we barely got C's in high school.
Yeah, I don't know what you think that we got.
We had
so many-
A's and B's in high school. And then college. We're not talking about college, though.
College is different. College is figuring out.
I'm talking about we're at Cornell. We're on Cornell right
Cornell
now.
was actually an
That's
academic
college.
school. Hold on. Cornell.
college.
Listen. Cornell was.
He told me,
Yes, but you were talking
He's
about
not
honors
child, listen.
English in high school.
yes, but we went back to honors Jesus, but we're on Cornell. Cornell.
We were still at honors English. Like,
So what we're gonna do, we're gonna wrap this up. This is part one.
Yeah,
I don't know how
hold
we're
on.
gonna do part two.
Hold on, man.
Go ahead, finish it up, man. Go ahead.
No. What I'm saying is,
C's get degrees.
as far as in college, as far as the college thing went,
Yeah.
that high school did not prepare me for the amount of writing, the amount of
Oh, the work.
The work, like the amount
that
of
you
work.
put in outside of the classroom.
Yeah, like it didn't prepare me for sure
For the
because-
study part.
for the
At all.
studying or for the resource.
But you guys would have thought you would have known.
No,
We would have thought what?
You would have known.
I thought it was
how we
gonna
know
be
something but we don't know.
exactly.
And especially
here's the
since,
reason why I say
especially
that.
since the teachers are constantly telling us it's gonna be like this in college.
Here's the reason why I say that. Because you had a parent going through it.
You had a parent go through what?
College.
Do
We didn't remember that.
Guys.
We didn't remember that.
We
You
were
don't-
how old?
But you do remember me studying
We were how
at
old?
Chuck E. Cheese.
Dad, we were.
No,
how
we were
old?
having fun at Chuck E. Cheese. What you mean? Remember you
You
studied?
don't remember me with the books and
Dad,
I
how
thought you was-
old?
Why are you yelling?
Tommy, stop yelling.
Dad, because you're not explaining how old were we.
You're young.
Do we understand anything when we're young?
I don't think you understand it when you're old.
But we didn't understand that part.
You
We
were trying to
knew.
bring up Chuck E. Cheese, dog. I'm over
No,
here eating
because-
slices of pizza, having fun with the rat,
I
dog.
always thought it would rub off somehow. That's like wrestling. I would have thought wrestling because you guys were doing it and it rub off.
Oh,
Ankle pick. I do sound hurt, don't I?
a little. It's all right. Though.
No, so wrapping this up. So going to the drinking water moment for you for college. So was a drinking water moment for you at Cornell? What was the okay? I need to go drink water somewhere else. What
Nah,
was
it
that?
It was a tuition, like for me.
Okay.
Just a tuition. It was that. But going home, I was like, nah, I need to hit up these coaches. Remember,
Yeah.
I took the initiative to like actually do that, and I told
Yeah.
you guys, like, hey, I think I'm gonna go to a junior college, but you guys didn't want me home. Like, you guys were like, nah, just stay out there. And then you found out about the tuition. You're like, all right, yeah, you most likely gonna have to come up. You that's
Well,
what y'all-
because remember they said, okay, we gave you a discount the first year. Like, but he did really well in football.
I mean,
He did really well in football. Remember, he had 700 something yards. I mean, I still like, dang, that dude went off.
yeah.
So I'm like, all right, so you guys ain't gonna at least give the same amount? They said, nope.
Yeah.
I was like, sees you coming home. But I think you too, you said something to me that made me go, oh, okay. So he's thought about it. When I said, hey man, I think you might have to come back. He said, well, Dad, they're not really that dedicated when it comes to this working out in sports. I remember that, man. I was like, oh, this dude been
Yeah, man, we got our, we got our starting QB smoking weed before game, drinking. I'm like, dude, they don't take it as serious because they don't
Yeah.
test. They don't
that
test
receiver was raw though. I mean, he was tough. He was tough.
He was cold.
Oh,
I thought he could have played at the next level for
that dude
sure.
remind me of Krupp.
Cup,
Cup.
yeah,
That dude
he
remind me
had
of
that.
Cup. How much he was doing.
He had that
for
in
the-
him.
Oh,
And my thing is, I was curious as to where, like, if he played at a different level, how good he would have been.
oh, that dude.
He was nice.
He was nice, and he was a nice kid.
It was cool.
He was cool to us. I don't know how he was in life. Yeah.
I barely remember.
Oh yeah. I don't know. I just know he was cool. He seemed to always have a smile on his,
Yeah.
always. No matter if the guys are losing, he was cool.
Yeah.
But
But no, it was definitely that because I was
Yeah.
like, man, I need to go somewhere where it's hard.
yeah,
Like I need to figure out if this is what I can do. If I talk about D1,
yeah.
I was like, I need to go figure out if this is where I'm supposed
Yeah.
to be.
So real quick before we wrap up, what I want to go through is, can you guys give me a couple minutes of what Through the Pain is to you and what Through the Pain is to you? So Through the Pain is their clothing brand. I just want them to tell their quick story how they got. What is Through the Pain? What does the logo mean? Can you show them the logo, please?
Is it on what side is it on?
Whatever side. So here's a new hats that they're gonna have coming out. You got the logo right there, and then you got Through the Pain in the front. And then you got, what does that represent right
This
there?
is Ontario, California, with the little mountains in the back because that's what we see. Yeah, so Through the Pain, our clothing company is all about embracing the struggle on your journey, where you've been, where you came from, and where you're at now. Because a lot of people see where we're at now, but they don't know our journey. Man, it's like there's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. Like we've been talking about we've been going through the years of high school And now we're getting into college where you hear us saying like, oh, it's work ethic, oh, it's this and that, blood, sweat, and tears going into this, and all you guys see is the light being shined on us at the end. Like you guys don't see how much time it put in, how what else we're going through at the time. So our logo, it was made. Let me see, 2020, I want to say. Our logo was made in 2020.
COVID.
Yeah, that was COVID year. I was literally doodling on a dry erase board. It was after meetings. It was a long day. It was after meetings, and I was just drawing on a dry erase board, and I came up with this logo. And pretty much what this logo represents is that what you guys see right now is you guys see mainly the tears over the smile, but it's like you guys never see an athlete's tears. You never see an athlete's tears. You just see them smile because we're always smiling through stuff. We was always told like, oh, nobody's gonna like somebody that's sad when you meet them the first time. So say me and you met for the first time, and I tell you how sad I've been, or like I tell you my raw emotions or something like that. Nobody's gonna want to come back to that. Like they're not gonna picture you as happy and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like we was always taught, no matter what we're going through, we got to smile through it. Fake it till you make it, and yeah, that's pretty much like fake it till you make it. You got to smile through it, so you'll never see the tears behind my smile, and that's what our logo is.
All right, Mr. TD.
Oh yeah. So I mean, it's
So this brother here, he's also a personal trainer. He also trains his brother,
That's my trainer.
and he also try to make everybody else eat right. He
Too much.
no,
nah, it's a good thing, man. It's a
I
good
don't
thing.
do
Even though we tease you about it, we get on you. It's a good thing that you do that because you do make us health conscious. So
Yeah. It's I mean, for me, through the pain kind of just expresses just that you're not alone. Like there's a lot of people that have been through things, they have their own story, but you're not by yourself. Athletes especially, athletes are not by themselves. Like it's almost as if like it's a brotherhood. And then you have your own cliques inside that brotherhood, especially with football, with basketball, with wrestling, whatever sport you're in, baseball, track, like whatever sport you're in, like you're part of a brotherhood as far as, athletes in general. Because, those 6 a.m.s or 5 a.m.s, like getting up early, doing the extra work after, like a lot of that is painful, and it's, how we embrace it and journey and strive for greatness that, kind of makes it, through the pain. Like you got through it, you've embraced it, you've kind of gave your story, and yeah, but you're not alone, and that's something that we're trying to spread and let people like have a meaning behind a brand. It's not just something fancy. We're not just trying to make money off it. Like nah, we're trying to spread joy, love, all that. So.
copy that. I like that. So to wrap it up, this is drinking water, and I like to leave you guys with there's always a lesson to be learned wherever you guys are at, and just listen to it and drink the water. That's it. Peace.